Welcome back, everyone, to WWE 2K15 Raw. We are just days away from the biggest show of the year, WrestleMania, and we fill another spot in the Money in the Bank match with this six-man over-the-top rope battle royal. Welcome everybody to Raw, live from Montreal, Canada, as the big deal Titus Oneal, one half of the Primetime Players, makes his way down to the ring to try to earn a spot in the Money in the Bank briefcase ladder match at WrestleMania. Now last year at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, Darren Young, Oneal's tag team partner, qualified, and tonight Oneal looks to follow in his footsteps. But this time it'll be on the biggest stage, WrestleMania. And the total package, Lex Luger, been trying to work his way up to the United States Championship ranks, finds himself in an even better position, looking to get that instant cash in, that Money in the Bank contract, good for a WWE Championship match at any time, up to 1 year. And the lecherous leader of the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, has had his ups and downs this year, battles with the Authority as well as the Mega Powers, but tonight, he looks to focus his strengths on getting into the Money in the Bank ladder match and what power Bray Wyatt would wield should he cash it in and become the WWE Champion. But tonight, he's got to overcome 5 other superstars to get that spot at WrestleMania. And of course, making his way down the aisle now, Dean Ambrose makes his way from SmackDown to try to claim a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. He's been doing a hell of a job over on SmackDown, working his way up the Intercontinental Championship ranks. But tonight, the Lunatic Fringe looks to find himself in one of the craziest matches in WWE, the Money in the Bank ladder match. But he's got to get past such brutes as Titus Oneal and Bray Wyatt to earn that spot. Can he pull from his Shield experience and overcome these dangerous threats? Or will the lunatic be sent back to the asylum? And former World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio finds himself in another qualifying matchup for one of the most dangerous matches in WWE. Of course, Del Rio came up a little short in qualifying for the Chamber match. Or actually, he came up a little short in the Chamber match, but now he's got another opportunity. He loves to compete for those World Championships, but he's 2 steps away. First step is to get into the match, and the second step would be, of course, to claim that briefcase at WrestleMania. Can El Patron get it done? We'll find out in moments. And of course, the former European champion, William Regal, lost that championship to Bad News Barrett over on SmackDown, and has trying to get back in the swing of things ever since. Tonight, he's got an excellent opportunity to jump his way up the card and perhaps secure a shot at WrestleMania for the one belt that's eluded him, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. There we go. There's the bell. And our 6-man contest is underway. This Saturday, September 12th, live on Twitch, we will have WWE 2K15 WrestleMania. And what a hell of a card it will be. Right off the top, our main event at WrestleMania this year is The Undertaker defending the WWE Championship against Y2J Chris Jericho. From there, John Cena and Edge collide for the #1 contendership to the WWE Championship. The tag team titles will be on the line as The Authority, Triple H, and Big Show face off with Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, the Grapplers. Daniel Bryan and HBK go at it one-on-one to settle their feud. The Divas Championship will be on the line as AJ Lee defends against Nikki Bella. The first ever Championship Showcase Fatal 4-Way will be between the Intercontinental, Hardcore, European, and United States champions. And of course, we'll have the Money in the Bank ladder match. And look at that, Bray Wyatt, the first man eliminated at the hands of Titus Oneal. And Titus Oneal may regret that later on. And look at, there goes Ambrose now. Two of the top men who had to be considered favorites in this eliminated. And Del Rio in serious danger here at the hands of the total package Lex Luger. But Del Rio shoulders his way back into the ring. Standing spinebuster by Titus Oneal drives William Regal through the mat. And Del Rio goes after Luger as Regal suplexes Oneal. And they switch partners now. And now it's Oneal who's in danger. Del Rio trying to force him out of the ring. And Del Rio fails, but will Regal fail? He's got Luger on the edge, and Lex Luger is eliminated. An old WCW rivalry renewed there. Standing body slam by Del Rio. Gets grappled by Regal. And Regal shoots Del Rio right into that corner. Del Rio and Regal team up here. Double backbreaker to Titus Oneal. Tremendous maneuver there. And look at this, Del Rio and Regal team up again, and another backbreaker, and Titus Oneal being destroyed here by William Regal and Alberto Del Rio. Oh, and there's the power of the punch. Regal's knuckled fist sends Titus Oneal sailing across the ring. And Del Rio tries to get rid of Oneal, but he gets shot off the ropes and hit with a huge power slam. Grappled by Regal and Oneal again, and now a gutbuster. This time it's Del Rio who feels the pain of the double team attack. Del Rio to the outside. But he's saved by Titus. And now it's Titus and Del Rio who team up to put a beat down on William Regal. Jawbreaker by Oneal. These three men doing everything they can to move on to WrestleMania here. There's only 2 spots left in the Money in the Bank, and after this match, there'll only be 1 spot, which will be filled on SmackDown. And look at this double neckbreaker by Del Rio and Regal, and there's only so much Titus Oneal can take here. But he gets Del Rio into the corner, trying to toss him up and over. And look at that, Regal makes the save. Maybe Regal feels he can eliminate Del Rio easier than he can eliminate Titus O'Neil. And now both Regal and Del Rio trying to eliminate O'Neil. And O'Neil fights his way back into the ring with big right hands. And that ends the alliance between Regal and Del Rio pretty quick. Regal was caught in the corner there, but sends O'Neil over the top again. And now both men doing all they can to get rid of Titus O'Neil. They do not want the big deal lasting here. Regal's got his boot on the hip of O'Neil. And there's the big right hand, and Titus O'Neil is done. WrestleMania dreams dashed at the hands of Del Rio and Regal. And they're already going at it. Regal in danger of being eliminated here. Oh, and Regal ducks the forearm, hits the shoulder block, grabs a hold of Del Rio. Wrist control, Northern Lights. Great suplex there by William Regal, wearing out the back of Alberto El Patron. And now he's got Regal's now has Del Rio in danger. Oh, and he misses the big shot of his own. And Del Rio finds his way back in. But Regal determined to get rid of Del Rio here. Shoots him into the corner. But Del Rio recovers, big right hand, grabs a hold of Regal. Belly to belly suplex, shades of the franchise. Irish rib reverse, Del Rio back into the corner. And there's a big clothesline over the top, and William Regal has done it. William Regal is going to WrestleMania. Let's take a look at how it went down. He got Del Rio back into the corner, then look at this huge right-handed clothesline. Takes Del Rio up and over it all the way to the floor. And a great win for the former European champion, William Regal. And what a threat he'll be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Congratulations to William Regal. And now we have a bit of a preview of the WrestleMania Tag Team Championship match coming up, as Triple H brings United States Champion Seth Rollins down to the ring with him to take on one of the challengers to his Tag Team Championship, Tyson Kidd. And of course, Triple H and The Big Show are the WWE Tag Team Champions together. But playing a little mind games with Kidd and Cesaro here tonight, Triple H is bringing United States Champion Seth Rollins down to ringside for this matchup. Should be an interesting combination as he goes one-on-one with Tyson Kidd. And the number one contenders to the Tag Team Championship, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, the Grapplers, make their way down the aisle. And of course, it'll be Kidd in action tonight against Triple H. These two won the Tag Team Contendership Series by defeating the Mega Powers, Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man, Randy Savage, to get a title match that they were originally owed in the first place, and the Authority made them fight to earn their title rematch. But it's going to go down this Saturday, September 12th. Right here on Twitch, and of course on YouTube, the WWE 2K15 WrestleMania, and the tag team titles will be on the line. Big Show and Triple H versus Kidd and Cesaro. There's the bell as these two lock up, and we have huge news about the final spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania. This Friday on SmackDown, a 30-man Royal Rumble match to determine who gets that final spot for that huge opportunity at the instant cash-in. A WWE Championship match at any time up to 1 year if you can pull down the Money in the Bank briefcase. So 30 men this Friday on SmackDown will compete for that final spot in the ladder match. And Triple H going to work on Tyson Kidd here, drops that classic Triple H knee right into the face of Kidd. And Kidd overcomes it quickly and drop kicks that very knee right out from under the game. And they lock back up. Triple H takes a hold with a side headlock and completes the takeover on Tyson Kidd. Both these men extremely technically sound. Triple H's extra abilities are more in the power game, where Tyson Kidd's more special abilities would be in speed and agility. So it should be an interesting matchup. Big right hands by the game. There's that brawling that Triple H will sometimes resort to. Reversal of the Irish Whip. Deep Ricky Steamboat arm drag takes the game over. And then a big elbow drop right in the sternum takes the air from Triple H. And look at that. Great maneuver following up with a second one. Triple H finds his way out of the DDT with a side Russian leg sweep. And then puts the boots to Tyson Kidd, but Tyson Kidd quick to avoid. And then more right hand, straight brutality from Triple H. And oh no, there's Triple H's huge spine buster. Is that enough to put Kidd away early here? No, Tyson Kidd kicks out. And Kidd brought back to his feet. Oh, he avoids the punch and comes with the spin and drop kick. Caught the game completely off guard. Oh, but Triple H reverses the Irish Whip, hits a big kick in the gut. And there's that spin and drop kick one more time. And Kidd is finding a home for that kick. Shot to the back of Triple H. And then the follow-on reverse backbreaker. The float over into a DDT, and Tyson Kidd is rolling now against the former WWE champion. Hooks Triple H up. Snap suplex takes the game over. Oh, and there's one of Tyson Kidd's favorite finishers, that snapmare into the neck breaker. Cover now on Triple H. And only at 1 count. Wow. What resilience by the game to survive that. Big left hand by Kidd. Shoots Triple H into the corner. Oh, and Triple H reverses with the big boot. But Kidd avoids the right hand. Jumping leg lariat catches Triple H right underneath the chin. And Kidd to the outside here. What does he have in store? Springboard. Oh no! Into the kick in the gut. Underhook. Underhook. And the pedigree plants Tyson Kidd. And that should be it right there. Triple H won so many championships with that maneuver. And he picks up another victory here tonight. And what momentum that gives Triple H and Big Show. As Triple H picks up the clean victory over Tyson Kidd right here on Raw. Let's take a look at how it went down. Big spine buster to Tyson Kidd, but Kidd survived. Came back, hit the snap bear neck breaker, dead center of the ring. But unfortunately for Kidd, he did not hook the leg, only got a 1 count on that. And then he had Triple H in position. I thought he was going to go for the springboard elbow. But as Triple H started to get up, Tyson Kidd called it on the fly, and he ended up paying for it as he got kicked in the gut, the double underhook, and spiked into the mat with the pedigree for the cover, the count, and the victory for the King of Kings, the leader of the Authority, Triple H. And this gives Triple H tremendous momentum going into WrestleMania. He beat Kidd tonight, and this Friday on SmackDown, Big Show will go one-on-one with Cesaro as one final preview of the match for this Saturday. Congrats to the game on the big victory here tonight. And now a double preview of WrestleMania as upcoming singles matches collide in this amazing tag team matchup. And this Saturday at WrestleMania, September 12th, right here on Twitch and YouTube, it'll be the WWE 2K15 WrestleMania. And the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, goes one-on-one with Daniel Bryan. And WWE officials are working on some sort of stipulation for this match, because these two men have been taking it to a whole nother level lately. Michaels picked up the victory last week on SmackDown. Daniel Bryan had been picking up victories left and right. So these two are very back and forth feud, and they hope to settle the score once and for all at WrestleMania. And former WWE Champion John Cena picked up an absolutely huge non-title victory over The Undertaker at the Elimination Chamber. With the WrestleMania main event already set, Cena has to wait till after WrestleMania to get his championship rematch. But will he even get it when he goes up against the Rated R superstar Edge at WrestleMania to determine who the true #1 contender is? Tonight, Cena gets a chance to soften up Edge. He better put it to his full advantage, or he'll have to wait even longer for a future WWE Championship match. Daniel Bryan turned his back on Shawn Michaels after Shawn Michaels cost them 2 tag team losses. Bryan and Michaels were starting to start a new tag team, and once it went down to the drain, so did Bryan's relationship with Michaels, as he has since turned on Michaels and is determined to put him in his rear view and move on back up the ranks towards a future WWE Championship shot. Bryan will have the grandest stage of all at WrestleMania to put Michaels away, but tonight he looks to chop it away at the legendary Michaels and set him up for a huge defeat at WrestleMania. The Rated R superstar Edge defeated Royal Rumble winner Chris Jericho at the Elimination Chamber in a last man standing match. Feeling he has a right to the #1 contendership, he challenged John Cena to a match at WrestleMania to determine the true #1 contender. Tonight, Edge gets an opportunity to put a beat down on Cena, where his pick your poison came up short last week in the Ultimate Warrior. Edge is taking things into his own hands and teams up with Daniel Bryan tonight in Cena's pick your poison, as he chose this epic tag team matchup to get his hands on Edge a little bit early before WrestleMania. And there's the bell as Bryan and Michaels start things off, and Daniel Bryan wastes no time with the head and arm suplex, brings Michaels right into his team's corner. Grabs the arm and rains elbows into the collarbone and neck of HBK. Michaels has only picked up 2 victories over Daniel Bryan since they started feuding, and Daniel Bryan picked up numerous victories. So Daniel Bryan definitely with the advantage going into WrestleMania, but as we know, the Heartbreak Kid shines brightest on the biggest stages, and there's none bigger than WrestleMania. And now the Rated R superstar tagged in. Certainly no love lost between him and HBK. Had their own battles over the years. And right now, he just battled his boot right into the face of Shawn Michaels, sent him head over tip. But Michaels, unfazed, comes back with a swinging neck breaker. And he knows when it's about time to step out of the ring. And after getting kicked in the face by Edge like that, I don't blame him for making the tag to John Cena. Oh, and Cena eats a devastating DDT right off the tag. Oh, look at that. Edge just clipped Cena. Cena just clipped Edge, and Edge went tumbling to the mat. Ooh, short arm headlock takeover there by Cena. Interesting maneuver. And then the flip neck breaker. Shades of Mr. Perfect puts Edge right back down. Tremendous belly-to-belly suplex by Cena. Big left hands. Answered with a right hand by Edge. A left-handed punch of his own by Edge. Edge puts Cena in his team's corner and then elevates him with the flapjack. Tags back in Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan ran into a huge roadblock in John Cena over the past year. Had 2 title matches. One with Dolph Ziggler and Batista came up short. And then this past December, John Cena, RVD, and Daniel Bryan had a triple threat match at TLC. And that damn John Cena stopped Daniel Bryan dead in his tracks from winning the championship. So Daniel Bryan more than up to task on putting a beat down on Cena here tonight. A lot of people say those championship losses are what drove Daniel Bryan over the edge, caused him to snap in the first place. And there's a head and arm suplex of his own from John Cena, showing Daniel Bryan he's not the only one that can throw suplexes around here. And look at that, speaking of suplexes, reverse vertical suplex drives Daniel Bryan down on his sternum. And Cena scoops him up. Attitude adjustment out of nowhere. Cover on Daniel Bryan. Will this be enough? No, Daniel Bryan survives. Wow. Nobody should ever question the toughness of Daniel Bryan. Just kicked out of the attitude adjustment right there. Not too many men can say they've done that. Especially on Monday Night Raw. Usually that's the type of perseverance you save. Well, cover here by Bryan. Only a 2 count. Usually that's the type of, perseverance and toughness you try to save up for a pay-per-view event or a championship contest. But Daniel Bryan out to prove that he's not only better than Cena, but the best of the whole roster. Atomic drop by Bryan and the big boot by Edge. And I got to say, Edge and Bryan working much better as a team than Michaels and Cena. Cover here by Edge. And only a 1 count off the double team. Big shot to the gut by Cena. And look at that. Edge is a big man to be throwing a drop kick of that height, but planted the boots right in the chest of John Cena. And then a big right hand keeps the champ, the former champ, I should say, down on the mat. Edge now puts Cena. Oh, tried to put him in the corner, but he whipped him so hard, Cena came rocketing off the buckles. But Cena grabs a hold of Edge and flings him over with a head and arm suplex and drops an elbow right into the face. Oh, and there's the execution. Execution DDT by Edge. Cover. And only a 2 count, my goodness. Oh, and Cena pushes Edge right on the ground. Wow. Tremendous power by John Cena. But Edge turns around, shoots him off the ropes, drops down, jumps over. Oh, and lets Cena go sailing over the rope. Hooks Cena up and brings him back in. Wow. And uh-oh. Edge has got Cena locked in his crosshairs. What does he have in mind here? It's the spear. But wait a minute. Cena reversed and DDT'd Edge out of nowhere. And now Cena's trying to fight his way back to the corner to get to Shawn Michaels. What a tremendous reversal by Cena. But it's not working out for him in the end. Covered by Edge. Cena's feet are in the ropes, though. What a fast reversal by Cena to DDT Edge right out of the spear like that. And wait a minute, Cena playing a little possum here. Half Nelson into the neck breaker on Daniel Bryan. And will that be enough? No way. Daniel Bryan's feet clearly under the ropes. What? No, it was enough. I thought Daniel Bryan's foot may have been under the rope, but Daniel Bryan gets caught out of nowhere by Cena's half Nelson neck breaker. Let's take a look at how it went down here. Cena with the attitude adjustment, possibly too early on, as Daniel Bryan can kick out at the count of 2. From there, Daniel Bryan, beautiful wrist control into the Northern Lights, but John Cena survived. And then the Rated R Superstar goes in for the pin here, but Cena, very strong, kicks out at 1. And then half Nelson elevates Bryan, and on the way down, Cena switches to the neck breaker. Perfect ring positioning. Edge too exhausted to make the save. And John Cena and Shawn Michaels pick up the victory on the road to WrestleMania. Does this mean bad things for Edge and Bryan at the biggest show of the year? Or was tonight Cena and Michaels' last night to be lucky, and Edge and Bryan will pick up the victories at WrestleMania? We'll have to find out this Saturday, live on Twitch and on record on YouTube. And the battle to see who will be Divas Champion continues as AJ Lee takes on Nikki Bella. AJ Lee has continued her dominating ways. Last month, she was completely dominant over Paige the whole month through on the way to Elimination Chamber. And this month, she's hit repeat and has been absolutely dominant week in, week out against Nikki Bella. And of course, Nikki Bella lashed out in rage this past week on Main Event. Nikki Bella sought to relieve some stress, blow off some steam this past Wednesday on Main Event when she attacked Paige after her victory over Tamina. So on her road to WrestleMania, Nikki Bella is making more enemies than she really needs to have, because she has come up short week in, week out here on Raw, going one-on-one with AJ. Tonight's her last opportunity to change things up before she goes one-on-one with AJ for the Divas Championship on the grand stage of WrestleMania. And there's the bell as these two lock up one more time. Nice side headlock takeover there by number one contender Nikki Bella. Into the head scissors by AJ, wrenching on the hold. Lets her out of it. And then socks her right in the mouth. Wow. Nikki goes right back to that side headlock and takeover on AJ. AJ finds her way out of it, claims a headlock of her own, and a takeover of her own. And a big right hand to let Nikki Bella out of it, and both divas back up to their feet. Seated dropkick blasts Nikki Bella right in the chest. But Nikki Bella not down yet, kicks off AJ. AJ whips her into the ropes. No, short arm. Reversed by Nikki into the belly to belly. Whoa, and head scissors sends Nikki Bella flying almost through the ropes to the outside. And Nikki Bella's had enough of this hammerlock body slam. Tremendous damage possibly done to the left arm of AJ. And look at that laser focus by Nikki Bella. It goes right after that arm, after the hammerlock slam. Oh, and a devastating and insulting slap to the face of AJ. And now a big knee to the gut. Nikki Bella, probably her best performance against AJ so far this month. Gets stopped in her tracks with the side Russian leg sweep. And a nasty kick to the kidneys. Oh, and a nice leg lariat there from Nikki Bella. Out of the short arm. Got that knee right in the chin of AJ. And then drops a leg. But the champ is not down and out. Big shot to the gut. Snatches Nikki out of nowhere into the sliced bread DDT. Cover by AJ. Ooh, and a kick out by Nikki. Big forearm to the face. Uh-oh. And now she locks her into the Black Widow submission. Can Nikki Bella hold on? She's already taken the sliced bread, being slammed right on the back of her skull. And look at that, she withstood the Black Widow submission. Cover here by AJ. But Nikki couldn't survive the pinfall. Too much taken out of her with those back-to-back finisher maneuvers. Let's take a look. The slice bread dropped all of AJ's weight, slamming Nikki's head into the mat, but she survived that. Locked into the Black Widow submission, and she struggled for a while, but all that struggling exhausted her, and AJ was able to pick up the pin. And things are not looking good for Nikki Bella at WrestleMania. She worked her way all the way back up the Divas division after 6 months since losing the title to AJ, and it doesn't look like things are going to go her way at WrestleMania. But you never know. Sometimes WrestleMania inspires WWE superstars and divas to their best form, and she's going to have to put it all on the line to stop the most dominant diva going today, AJ Lee. And now it's time for our main event, ladies and gentlemen. Last week, The Undertaker ran over Chris Jericho in an Extreme Rules match that was literally over in under 2 minutes, as The Undertaker just destroyed Y2J. Well, Jericho couldn't let it stand, and tonight has challenged The Undertaker to a tables match. And the WWE Champion, The Undertaker, won the championship from John Cena at the Royal Rumble, has defended the title against Mark Henry right here on Raw, and he rolls into WrestleMania to take on Y2J Chris Jericho, a man he's never faced at WrestleMania. Last week, was able to defeat Jericho in quick fashion. This match by Y2J. Can Jericho earn some kind of advantage on the dead man just days before WrestleMania? Or will the Phenom reign supreme once again tonight? And Y2J Chris Jericho won this year's Royal Rumble by tossing the Rated R superstar Edge out at the end. He and Edge had his issues, and now Jericho is completely focused on The Undertaker this Saturday, September 12th, at WrestleMania. Last week, he made the mistake of angering The Undertaker, which caused Undertaker to absolutely run over Jericho in under 2 minutes. Tonight, Jericho's put the favor somewhat back in his odds, as Undertaker's going to have to catch him and plant him through a table in order to win. Will Y2J's maniacal plan work out, or will he take his last ride through a table? And there's the bell as these two legends go at it. Jericho driving The Undertaker face first. He's not going down in 2 minutes like last week. And look at the arrogance here. Was lucky enough to hit a face buster on The Undertaker, and then just kicking Undertaker like he was a down dog in the streets. And Jericho trying to take the power away from The Undertaker. He doesn't want to be lifted in a choke slam or turned upside down for a tombstone, so he's going to try to take those arms away from The Undertaker. Also going to save on a lot of punches right in the face. But it won't save you from that leg drop, Jericho. Oh, and the dead man, great maneuver there by Jericho. He saw the big boot coming up, and he decided to jump over it and blast Undertaker with the flying forearm. And he goes back to what works, that driving facebuster. And Jericho, the first man to grab a table. I don't know how smart that is. Oh, and you see right there as Undertaker destroys Jericho with the fallen reverse DDT on the outside. Those thin mats just covering the cement. Jericho tossed back in. And Dead Man goes for a clubbing blow, but Jericho able to sneak away. And Jericho obsessed. He knows he's going to keep Undertaker dazed and confused if he plans to put him through a table. He keeps going back to that facebuster, but one of these times, you go to the well once too often, and the Undertaker is going to come back and bite you. And the Dead Man runs through Jericho with a huge clothesline. And look at that, Jericho trying to stay focused here on that arm. Locks it in the key lock and drops back, wrenching that elbow joint. And the shoulder as well. Oh, and a devastating DDT by Jericho. And he's got the champion on the ropes here. But Undertaker will not be outdone. Running DDT drops Jericho. And the Undertaker Irish whips Jericho into the corner. Oh my goodness, and Jericho moved out the way, and the dead man put himself through the table. That does not count. Of course, as of late, we've had some very, very scandalous referee calls in table matches, but when it comes to something where you throw yourself through the table, that does not count. And speaking of last rides, Jericho, oh, he takes a last ride on the broken pieces of a table. That doesn't count either, but it's going to go a hell of a long way to keeping Jericho beat down and broken, as Undertaker has to go get another table out if he plans to win this matchup. And there it is, the dead man's got another table. Both men back inside. And Jericho grabs a hold of Undertaker. But the table's not set up, Y2J. It's not going to count, but it's definitely going to hurt the dead man. Oh, and there goes the table, tumbling back to the outside. And a tremendous dropkick by Y2J. And the Phenom quickly back up to his feet, and just as quickly brought back down by another dropkick of Jericho's. Oh, and there's a left hand that'll change your day. Well, look at that toughness that Jericho just took that big left-handed shot, but then still got a presence of mind to sweep Undertaker side Russian style. And then a neck breaker, and now Jericho's got to go reclaim that extra table from the outside. The Undertaker already accidentally sent himself flying through a table. And now there's a precarious position for that table to be. Somebody can break that table right on the edge of the ring, and it will count. And here we go, legendary dead man with the leg drop across the neck. Oh, and Undertaker changing things up here. He's got the steel chair. Oh my goodness, the Undertaker drives Jericho's face into the mat. But that's not the name of the game in this match, folks. You have to put your opponent through a table in order to pick up a victory. And oh no, Jericho again being elevated and dropped down with the last ride. And the Undertaker one more time picks up the tables, got to bring it back in and set it up in order to put Y2J through it. And Jericho, oh, the sleeping neck breaker, the sleeper hold, drop down into the neck breaker, and the lion salt. My goodness, but the table still you still have to put your opponent through the table, Y2J. Springboard, oh, and Undertaker avoids the splash, and there goes the table again. And Undertaker's had enough. He doesn't care if the table's there or not. It's time to drop Y2J, Chris Jericho, and that stack of dimes he calls a neck. And there's the tombstone pile driver directly on the steel chair. And now once again, this table has to be brought back in. One of these two men has to set it up in order for the other to break it. Jericho just gets enough of that drop kick to take the dead man down. Ooh, and there's a vicious stomp to the arm that was over the chair and the table. My goodness. And that poor table takes about its 30-second bump onto the outside of the ring here. I don't know if these two men forgot this was a table match or what, but they're so anticipated to beat the crap out of each other that nobody's taking the time to set a table up. Oh my goodness, belly to belly suplex. I mean, I guess if the table breaks on the ground, it's still good, but I don't know. That would take a hell of an impact to break that table while it was laying on the mat. And, oh man, speaking of laying on the mat, The Undertaker is laying waste to Chris Jericho, who is on the mat. And Jericho wrestles the table away from The Undertaker. Tries to set it up here, but I don't think he realizes Undertaker's already recovered here. And he scoops up the table. Oh, and Jericho just blasts the dead man while he had the table in his hands. And Jericho continues to torture the arm of the dead man. Kicking the guy in a DDT on the broken shards of table. Devastating maneuver there. And classic Undertaker with the running clothesline into the corner. Oh my goodness, and Jericho's head was laid across the pieces, was laid across that unopened table. And oh no, if that wasn't enough, a second tombstone by the dead man. And now there's all the time in the world to set up that table. And it might be Jericho's time. Table is set up. Dead man is dominant. Big shot to Jericho. And the dead man's going up top. He's going to do this in style here. Oh my goodness. He got the clothesline on Jericho, but it didn't break the table. Oh, and Jericho misses the code breaker there. And that table once again finds a way to tumble out of the ring. My goodness. The fact that that table hasn't broken just from being thrown out of the ring so many times is incredible. Uh-oh. Jericho caught by the neck, elevated, and driven down into the shards of the table. And now Undertaker has yet another opportunity to set up the fresh table and put Jericho through it. Jericho stumbles back to his feet, scooped up by the dead man, and driven down with tombstone number 3. And how much can Jericho withstand here? My goodness. The Undertaker, table set up. But it's Jericho who snatches the Undertaker in a grapple. Puts the dead man on the table. Big shot to the gut. And it's Jericho who's going to try to do this in a flashy manner. Jericho up top. And the dead man, the dead man bashes him. And that's it. Y2J pulls a victory out of the teeth of defeat here. Let's take a look at how this went down. Jericho gets the Undertaker up on the table, and he clobbers him to the gut, and then makes his way around the table up the turnbuckle. And it looks like Undertaker's going to toss Jericho from the table, but when Jericho bashes Undertaker, he falls back and breaks the table, giving the victory to Y2J. What an amazing table match, and what a turn of events for Y2J. Picks up a win on The Undertaker on the final stop for these two on the road to WrestleMania. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching. Keep an eye out for main event coming up soon, and of course Friday for SmackDown. And then this Saturday, live on Twitch and up on record on YouTube, will be WWE 2K15 WrestleMania.